Okay, so I'm here in Red Lobster, and, and with my baby, we're eating the cheddar biscuits. So, in case you don't know, the Red Lobster cheddar biscuits are great. And I was gonna tell her a story about the time I took a hood rat out for dinner. All right, so check this out. I was in grad school at the time,
Where were you? What school?
Kentucky.
Okay.
I was 25 years old, and my sister was in college, and she had a friend who was kind of cute, right? So I asked her friend out on a date, and her friend said she would go out with me, and I was really excited. I was like, ooh. And she went to Kentucky State University, which was about 20 minutes away from my school. So I was all ready and dressed up and ready to go. So I drove out and I picked it.
Dressed up.
Well, I mean, dressed for a date. It's like a date,
Oh.
you know. So I got there, right, and I picked this girl up. Never forget it. She was from Alabama. My experience dating women from Alabama
Okay,
has
wait.
not been good. I'm 0 for 2.
Wait.
What?
I was born in Alabama. Don't play.
Oh shit. Well, you're
I'm
not
from
from
Alabama.
Alabama. You're born in Alabama. That's
Yeah,
different
I'm
than being
from
from Alabama. You're from Gary. But
And I'm
anyway,
from Gary. That's even worse.
that is so true.
Born in Alabama.
How do
From
I end up
Gary.
in these situations?
Okay.
Impal says my daddy's from Alabama.
Yeah, that's right. My dad's from Alabama too.
Well, you got good people. There's some good things in Alabama. Good,
What are you talking about
like
us?
a good football team that chokes in the championship.
Shut up. I'm gonna throw this biscuit. I'm gonna throw a cheddar biscuit at you.
And they with a biscuit.
All
So,
right.
so this girl from Alabama, I go to Kentucky State. I pick her up, and I remember first thing she kept telling me was she was hungry, and she was loud. She was really loud. Remember I told you I do not like the loud, obnoxious women. She was real loud, and I remember she kept saying, "I'm hungry, I'm hungry," and I was like, "Okay, well let's go get some food." And the problem was that the movie was starting, so I had to get to the movie, because of the movie we were late. And she was like, "I'm hungry. I'm hungry." She kept saying, I said, "Well, how about this? When we get to the movie theater, you can order some stuff from the concession stand. That'll hold you over, and then I'll take you to dinner after the movie." So of course she's bitching or whatever.
She didn't like that?
Check this out. Do you know that this hood rat ass Negro? I'm trying not to say hood rat ass nigga. Do you know what she did? We went to the concession stand, and guess how much she spent at the concession stand?
I don't know.
$60.
Are you serious?
This
You
chick
was
got
hungry boys.
this chick got $60 worth of stuff from the concession
You
stand.
starving these women.
No, I was not starving her, and you did not have to order $60. And knowing that I'm a college student, knowing that I was broke, she spent $6. I mean, she got nachos, a hot dog, a pretzel, some candy, like all kinds of stuff. So she gets all this shit on the concession stand, right? So we go in to the movie theater, and we went to go see that movie, the Titanic.
Oh,
Yeah, a
that's
great
a
movie,
long
right?
Movie.
Right,
She
right.
had to get a lot of food, boys.
Well, shut up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say shut up. I'm just like, be quiet. Anyway, you're being ignored right now. So, we watch the Titanic, right? We get done with the movie, and I'm like, yeah, that's a really great movie. What'd you think? And she's like, it was all right,
What?
right?
Titanic
Yeah.
is like the best
So
movie ever.
negative attitude.
Cell will be up in a moment, okay?
Thank you very much.
So what did you say you wanted for the salad?
French. And actually, can I get some extra? Like two of this.
We have, sorry, you said you wanted a French salad?
I want a French dressing. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you said a Caesar.
Oh no. But I can put some French dressing on this or something.
Let me go grab that, I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. Thanks. So,
Okay.
all right. So she's like,
She didn't like the movie.
again, negative, bitching and complaining, right? I just dropped a damn lottery ticket at the fucking concession stand on your ass, and you still are like not even appreciative. Like that's another thing I do not like. I do not like. It's like I'll bend the world for you, but I just would appreciate if you would just say thank you. Just be appreciative. She didn't say thank you or anything. Like there was no appreciation, no gratitude, no nothing. You ain't got to kiss my ass. Just be nice. Like you, for example, I do things for you, and it makes me feel good because you're like appreciative. You're respectful. Like when you do something for me, I'm like, thank you, babe. The food was amazing. So no thank yous, no nothing. So this hood rat. So she's complaining about the movie. Remember, she was complaining about how hungry she was. So after the movie, I was like, okay, I promise you, we go eat. Let's go find a place to eat. It was too late at that point. There was no restaurants open.
Yeah, because that movie is long.
Right, exactly. I forgot about that. And so now she's complaining because there's no restaurants open. I said I wanted to eat early, and all the restaurants are closed now, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
You did not plan this date very well, Boyce.
no, I'm like, yo, fat ass, I already took a fist.
Was
I
she fat?
already dropped the G on your ass at the damn concession stand.
I find it hard to believe that Tangy would set you up with somebody like that.
No, my sister's friends. My sister's a doctor. She's a great woman, but
Some
A
of
lot
her
of-
friends are okay.
yeah, a lot of her friends were questionable. Let's just say that. You can't trust a big butt and a smile. And so anyway, so we go to this pizza place called Uno's.
Yeah.
Uno's has a pretty expensive pizza, at least for me as a grad
It
student.
is
was
expensive.
Right. So we go to Uno's and we order the pizza, right? So listen to this. Thank you very much. So this chick been complaining the whole night about how hungry she is, right? We order the pizza. Do you know she takes one bite and then she doesn't eat anything else, right? And I'm like, I thought you. I'm like kind of trying to be nice. I'm like, I thought you said you were so hungry. Like, why aren't you eating anything? Check
She
out.
ate $60
Listen to what.
concession
Right.
fee.
Listen to what she said. She said, "Oh, I'm gonna take it home with me." I paid for the pizza, and she's assuming.
Pizza salad will be up in a moment, though. The other one didn't look that fresh, so I had them start making a new one, but they're getting it ready right now. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Literally, this chick assumed that she was gonna be the one taking the pizza home. Didn't even ask. Didn't even say, "Can we split it? How do you feel about me taking some home?" She was planning to take the whole pizza home
She
with
felt
her.
like she needed leftovers.
Yes. And so you know what I did?
Who she lived with?
I don't know. She lived on the college campus. So you know what I did? I let her have that damn pizza, and I let her have her life, and I moved on with mine, and I never went out with her again. And that was,
What did she say?
That
What
was-
did she tell your sister?
I don't know what she said. I never talked to her again. I never heard from her. I never spoke to her.
Oh, she didn't even call you.
I didn't call her. She didn't call me. We just probably both felt the same
Not
about.
a
Yeah,
love connection.
I'm sure she would have her own detailed experience in terms of how she felt about me, and that's
Were you
fine.
late picking her up, Boyce?
No, I picked up on time. I did what I was supposed to do. I was
Okay.
nice. I was fucking nice. If you're nice, then that's all that should be required. I was nice. And then I did have one more ghetto date with a chick about that same time in my life, about mid-20s. And I remember the thing about that day, it wasn't so terrible. She wasn't like a bad person, but I do remember noticing how she ordered extra shit because she saw me as a meal ticket. Like she saw that the food was free. So she ordered like 2 drinks. You know, in restaurants, the drinks are expensive. One drink is enough. I don't even drink alcohol. But she ordered 2 drinks and then got this really expensive meal. And it cost me like over $100, which that's a lot of money when you're a grad student, right? And I remember that she was like, she told one of her friends, she was like, "Oh yeah, I went out with Boyce and it was great. He's an excellent date." You know, and I was...
So she liked you.
Right, because I was spending all that money, being a dumbass, being nice. Now the thing was, though, here's the thing. You know, I remember thinking when she said that, when I heard she said that, I was like, yeah, I'm never going out with her again. But you know what it was? I think what was really going on, and I didn't pick this up, I think that she expected, since she was spending all that money, she expected me to want to have sex with her, right? And I didn't know people had sex on the first date. I did not think that you were supposed to do that. I just was not.
I don't think you should.
I don't think you should either. So because I didn't hit on her, I think that probably surprised her because she's thinking, well, he doesn't spend all his money, so he probably wants some ass to go with it. And I never grew up that way. I never thought that because you take somebody to eat, they're supposed to share your body with you. Like that's crazy to me anyway. That's like over the top thinking. Like you shouldn't trade your vagina for like Olive Garden. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Like really? Like
Maybe Olive Garden, not McDonald's, but Olive Garden.
shut up. You know you talking shit. So anyway, so that's my date.
Fancy Italian.
That's the time I went on a date with a hood rat. Now, the thing was, I did not go out on that many dates back then because to me, a woman had to be worth my time and my money for me to even want to entertain. I didn't date women just to date them. There had to be something about you that made me say, you know, I'm going to make this investment. You know, but if it wasn't, I just would not have the
You
time.
had standards.
Well, it's standards, but just, you know, like, yeah, you don't sell yourself short. You don't go out and trick out all your money just on random ass women that you don't even know. If I spend money on you, or if I'm giving you my time or my money, which are both very valuable to me, you got to be worth it. You got to show me that you're a quality human being beyond just looking good or whatever. Because that's the thing. A lot of guys don't know that, but like, there's a lot of women who use their looks to just trick money out of men, to just get the men to spend a whole lot of money because you want to sit there
But I think those type
across
of
the table
women,
from some pretty girl.
those type of women give off a certain vibe. A lot of men are very keen with that.
Some men don't care.
So I think men see that.
Every man.
And you never, because
I mean-
all of my friends, okay, so I'll tell you one thing. All of my friends
Mhm.
who were really just like gold diggers, I had some friends, they just wanted a man with money.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's amazing? None of them ended up with a man with money. And my friends who never talked about wanting a man with money ended up with a man with money. It was something, so I really think that those men who have money or who are successful or, you know, got something going for themselves, I think they're just aware and very keen to pick it up on women because they set off a certain vibe.
Okay, I'm looking at the comments.
Oh, what are they
I'm
saying?
looking for the smart aleck comments.
Gotta be some. I got a lot of smart.
Miss Bitchy says, MS, MSc, and BA. Okay, so she got all the degrees. It says Boyce is a man with money. Well, I don't tell nobody how much money I got. You never advertise when you get money. You just attract all the damn
But saying that,
beggars
aren't you
and leeches
advertising
and.
when you say comments like that?
No, I mean, people know I have some money. It would be
Sorry about that
stupid.
wait again.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, think about it. I'm a financial expert who is known kind of throughout the world. So if I was broke, that would probably be kind of stupid. You know, so I know people know I have some money, but I'm not going to tell people exactly how much, and I don't want people to know. I don't want.
Nobody knows how much you have.
Right, I'm not out tricking. I'm not interested. I'm not chasing women with it. Take them to
I
a
hope
buffet
not.
that doesn't exceed $20 each, then find the next homeless dude in the street and give him $40 and let her know that meal was just charity. I attract men with money because I don't look. That's true.
That is true. I'm telling you. Every man I've ever dated always has some money.
What's
But
like
I
that?
wasn't looking for money.
What's like that with sex? Like men who let a woman know that they're only interested in sex. You know, she puts her guard up. She won't have sex with a man like that a lot of times.
Yeah, so men have to be slick.
Men, yeah, right. Men gotta act like they don't even like it's the last thing on their
Oh
mind.
my goodness. What's happening?
And I'm like, wait, you have a vagina?
Oh my gosh.
What a pleasant surprise.
And you know, and are well aware they saw they were thinking about us.
You like hustlers though, don't you? I don't even know what that means.
I have another cousin. All she likes is hustlers. All she
Oh,
likes.
like thugs and gangsters and killers and
She's just like,
dope dealers.
she looked at me, she said, you like those square men. She likes hustlers.
I think ain't nothing better than I mean, if I was a woman, I would want a square man. Like I mean, why do you want a guy that's gonna get into shit where he's gonna end up in prison or dead or broke or whatever? Like you can just because a guy does not break the law and do stupid shit, that doesn't mean he's not a good man or a strong man or a quality man. You know, I think just that whole idea of chasing like the bad guys, you're setting yourself up for heartbreak. You know, you're setting yourself up, you know, to be taking your 3-year-old child to a funeral. You know, you're setting yourself up for, you know, like all kinds of disappointment in life.
She's pretty. She just thinks those guys are boring.
I've
She
always,
thinks they're boring. She likes the exciting, you know.
yeah, I'd like to meet her daddy. I bet her daddy had something to do
Oh,
with that.
Lord.
It's all about the daddy. She grew up in
Got
mine.
daddy
And
issues.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it seems like the thugs and gangsters are becoming the standard of black manhood. Yeah, don't pay attention to that shit. If you're a young guy, just know when you're in your 20s, dating is hard because you got dumbass women that will chase after the bad guys and they will pass you up to be with the guy because he got a gun on his hip or he out here thugging and getting into shit. And what happens is women get smarter. Their IQs go up when they hit about 32 years old because by that time they've had their hearts broken a million times. They've been through hell and back. They, you know, like look at Sierra with Russell Wilson. You know, Sierra dated Future, and now she's with Russell Wilson because Russell's a strong man. He's a fucking NFL quarterback that just got a $140 million contract. So he ain't no square. He ain't no loser.
They seem to really love each other.
Right. And but the thing about Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson's not a square. He's not a loser. He's just a guy that is not self-destructive. Why the fuck does being self-destructive? When did that start qualifying as a standard for manhood? It doesn't.
You know, I did not like Russell Wilson until he married Sierra. Then I liked him.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? If I was Russell Wilson, that's the thing. A lot of guys I know who are like Russell Wilson wouldn't even date a Sierra because they'd be like, "You were with Future. Future has diseases. Future, you know,
But
like."
you know what? They tried to talk bad about her, and they tried to show her in a really negative light, and I think that was wrong. I think, you know, I think she should have been able to. It was good to see that visually, that they were together like that. I don't think it was a bad choice for him.
A bad what for who?
A bad choice for him. You know,
I'm not gonna say it's a bad choice.
but that's what.
I'm just saying a lot of people be annoyed. They'd be mad. They'd be like, "Oh, so now you done tried it out with the bad
Well, he's
one."
putting her up on a pedestal, and I think we need to see more of that.
Yeah, but the thing is, if I'm gonna put a black woman on a pedestal, it's gonna be a woman like you, who always has some sense. You know, it's not like you pick me after you dated some guy who, you know, shot up the damn club, and you know what I mean. Like,
How bad was Future? Was he bad? Because I'm not. You know, I
Future's
don't
got
know.
like a bunch of babies, mamas, and he raps about getting kids hooked on drugs. There's nothing positive about his existence in you know, in the world. He
I
doesn't.
wonder what she saw in him. There had
The
to have
bad
been a
boy.
tender side to him.
Future's the ultimate bad boy. That's what it is. There's some women that love the bad boy.
Well, you know what? I think Sierra's story is good for young people to see because you can go through a phase. You can go through a phase, and that doesn't mean that it's your fate. You know what
Right.
I mean? You can
No.
go through a phase and you can just be kind of in that element, but that doesn't mean that that's where you end up.
Right.
So to see her lift herself up and marry a man respectable like Russell Wilson, hopefully they stay together. It's good for us to see visually. You know.
Well, it's not your fate unless it becomes your fate.
Yeah, but that's
Meaning
the
that
lesson.
right, meaning that there are tens of thousands of women in prison right now who got locked up because their drug dealer, their drug dealer boyfriend was hiding crack in their basement, right? Or because you know something happened and she wouldn't snitch on him, or she got caught up in a RICO charge because you know she was being loyal to a guy that got her into some shit she couldn't get out of. So now she can't see her kids for 30 years because she chose the wrong man when she was 24 years old. And so I think it's unfortunate because I feel bad for those young women because they never had a strong daddy like to tell them like you got to be really careful about some of these guys out here. You know, that's why I talk about relationship stuff. I don't really talk about.
And if they had a dad, they would at least economically be able to move out of that neighborhood. I mean, having a strong father figure is also having a provider. You know, and you know, a lot of those single mothers just live in the neighborhood you can afford sometimes.
Yeah. Well, you know, I kind of feel like I talk about relationships only because I know there's a lot of young women who don't get good advice from older men about what to look out for, you know, and like the things that seem exciting when you're young are very dangerous. I know people who've been killed by their lovers. I know more than one person who's been murdered by their boyfriend or their husband, or shot up in the car because somebody was trying to kill him, or you know, just caught up, you know, and stuff that you didn't sign up for, or had to sit there and wait for 20 years, 15 years for him to come back home from prison, or whatever, you know, and it's unfortunate because sometimes you'll see young women tricked into they'll pass up like good guys because they think, oh, that's boring, or oh, that's square.
Well, I don't know. I
but
just think
but
black,
it's like,
black women are they're so loyal and dedicated.
oh,
That stuff flush me. Can I order that? If I didn't, that's okay.
food is
I
here.
probably didn't.
I'm gonna hang up. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, I probably
Hit the thumbs up.